Everyone, welcome inside the Virtual Media Center here at the DIO Implant LA Open. I am pleased to be joined by the Palos Verdes Championship winner,
Yes.
Marina Alex. Marina, this event last year, the first time that the LPGA Tour had been to Palos Verdes, for you to be able to come up champion, when you think about last year, what are some of the memories that come to mind?
So many amazing memories. Obviously the last round and being able to win and kind of a little bit of a come from behind victory. But I think overall it was kind of like a very home feeling week for me. Stayed with one of my friends from childhood who I played junior golf with, and I'm staying with her again, and she recently had a baby. So we have a 6-month-old in their house, which is awesome. I think it's just a very comfortable place. Since I came here last year, everything just feels pretty comfortable. I love being here, love the course. The members were amazing. The whole fan base here last year was great.
I know when you won last year, you talked a lot about a shift in mentality of what the win did for you and also what you've had to overcome. When you think about what you had to do to get to that win, now that you've been able to reflect a year later, what does that mean to you?
I think I'm very appreciative of it. You don't know what the career is going to do moving forward, how many more years you're playing, or just battling with kind of like that little bit of an injury, and everyone battles injuries, and you don't know how long they take you out, or they may be quick, they may be long, and I think at 32 now, and at that point I was 31, just more appreciative of it, and just gonna take whatever good stuff comes in my career moving forward, as just gravy train.
That was definitely, I remember one of the things that really stuck out to me was, Solheim is this year. There's things on the horizon that you didn't think about until that win.
Yeah.
Have you started kind of thinking about it in more of a
little
general
bit
sense?
Yeah, a little bit in a general sense. Would love to play on a Solheim again. That's definitely a goal, always a goal. The team is, as it stands right now, like really rock solid. I mean, we've got some amazing players playing great this year. So, it's going to be hard work. It's not just going to be like a cakewalk. And not that it ever should be, but it's definitely put a little bit more of like a spark and a motivator under me. So I'm, really looking forward to kind of kicking off that rust. This is only my 4th start of the year, actually. I took a little bit of a slower start than I had normally, which I think is good for me moving into the middle of the year. I'm hoping to not feel as tired physically. So I'm really just kind of hoping to get this in a groove, and I hope this week kind of sparks some good golf moving forward.
I think I saw on your Instagram when you announced that this is year 10. It was a picture of you from 9 years old.
Yeah.
Here we are, your 10th year on the LPGA as we start this real swing of tournaments. What's it been like for you? Talk about a slower start than maybe other seasons for you, but what have you been working on, and what have you found success in these past couple of weeks?
It's just kind of trusting the stuff that I had been changing in off season, still kind of making those changes with my coach Claude, and you think it's going to be great. You're hitting balls on the range. It's awesome. Like, I felt like all of my prep leading into coming back out here was really good. Got great workouts in with my coach and my trainer at home, Colby. And I felt like for the first time in a couple years, and I told him this, I was like, I feel stronger again. Like, I feel like my old self, like physically. And then I got out the first round at Arizona, and I was like, whoa, rust is still there. A lot of things are still there. Singapore was a little rust. Even Hilton Grand, kind of figuring it out. I think, so this is week 2 in a row, and then I'm headed out to Hawaii, Chevron, and back to Wilshire. So I feel like in this whole stretch of events, I feel like a good groove will come along.
Yeah, once we get into that week and you get it under your belt.
Totally.
For you, before I open it up to the people here, you've won here.
Yeah.
You're probably one of the most comfortable, I want to say, because of the win here. What are some of the keys to getting around this course on top?
Yeah, it's a really cool, fun golf course. It's different than a lot of the tracks that we play every week. There are some challenges. I think a little bit of luck involved with just bounces you're going to get and the contours and the elevation out here. You just need some good favor to help you kind of propel you along. And I think I had that last year, and I kind of will need that again. I think anyone who's going to win here needs just that little bit of like good bounce, good fortune to kind of get them, going in the right direction. But I overall think it's a really good test of golf. You have to hit good short shots, good long shots. You really need to be on your putting. You need to be confident and comfortable. The greens are POA. They can be tricky. They've got some undulation. So I think it takes, just like a little bit of confidence, but also you need to be calm in your decision making and knowing what you're doing and not kind of overthinking or panicking about what could happen on the course.
Oh, absolutely. I was also going to talk about the stamina
Yeah.
I think we talked about that a little bit last year as well, as the stamina.
And
to
I
get
think
around.
I think I surprised myself there. You know, there are some hills out here. There are some walks that are really difficult physically. So I feel like I hope I'm at a better place this time around than I even was last year, which is nice. I mean, I feel good about that regardless of how the golf goes. But it is a challenging 4 days. You know, you got to put a lot of energy into it, and I don't know what the weather's going to be like, so it could just be a little bit more of that extra element of difficulty.
Absolutely. We'll open it up.
Hi, I write for Avid Golfer magazine out of Texas, and one of my interests is injury in golf. So can you give us a little more information on the injury you had? Was it golf related?
Yeah, I think it's like a long term. You know, I had a disc herniation
How long ago?
in 2020.
All right.
So I took a lot of time off after that just to rehab and rest. And there were probably several different ways to go about dealing with that. I think I took the longest, probably the most conservative approach, which I was okay with. It was, you know, it's a pretty common injury for a golfer.
Yes.
Wear and tear on the body over all those years, working out, walking the course, making hundreds and millions of swings. So it's just kind of like, I think it's inevitable for some people, you know, and I think that if you polled, you know, a bunch of players out here, I think a lot of them have suffered similar injuries.
So was the pain centered or right side or left side? And have you made any swing changes to help?
I have made swing changes. I think more right side than left side, but when you're at your worst point, kind of everything is just not feeling all that great. But yeah, no, I did make a ton of swing changes with my coach, Claude. And it's funny, they seemed counterintuitive at first, and I felt like they were going to hurt more than they like physically hurt. And they've actually helped like take a lot of load off of my spine, and how I was swinging, I think was contributing to my injury, but just a lot of like instability in my body. And it was hard for me to repeat that, and it was hard for me to stay in good shape to prevent injury. So with these swing changes, fingers crossed, it'll be a lot better moving forward.
Nice. So did you cut out rotation? Did you cut out lateral movement?
Less lateral movement.
All right.
Yeah, I think I've had too much lateral movement in my swing over the years. So this is kind of helping me stay a little bit more stable.
Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Two more from me.
Sure.
Kind of wanted to, as you were walking in, I was with you in the parking lot, and a lot of people are saying, you know, defending champ, or, you know, you've won out here. What's it like? I know when you won last year, it was your first win since 2018. To be able to come back and know that you were so successful at this place, what's it like having those perks again?
It's nice. I kind of forgot about it until I got here. And then I was like, I actually was trying to park, and the guy was like, oh, the parking lot's full. Do you mind like going back up to the front? And I was like, I think that I might have a spot here. And he was like, okay, awesome. Go check it out. And it was really nice. So at least I do have a parking spot, because it is a tiny parking lot.
That, and also trying to get one for your caddy.
I am trying to get one for my caddy selfishly, but it's okay.
Public plea over here. But with that, as you kind of focus on this week in general, what are some of the changes that you're making that you've learned from the past couple of weeks? What are some things in your swing that you think will kind of prove successful?
I think just sticking with what I've been doing and just feeling confident and comfortable in it, and not kind of overthinking what I'm doing out there. I think that's easy to do when you've made maybe some changes or things seem new. You kind of maybe get too deep into a thought process. So I'm trying to just trust what I'm seeing and what I'm doing, and just spent a little bit more time on the putting green yesterday. I didn't feel like that was a strong suit last week, and I know that it's going to be very important here. So I just spent some time on the putting green last night, and I was just like, let me see what I can figure out, and I'm probably going to do more of the same today when I get out on the course.
All right. I think that'll do it for us here. Thank you so much, Marina.
Thank you.